some more full-fendered stock car action as we have 150 laps to go here in tonight's ARCA Menards Series West season opener. There you see Sam Mayer in the number 21 car for GMS Racing as the pace car starts to roll from the grid. Of course, we'll have a few pace laps here before we go green flag racing. That beautiful paint scheme on the number 21 car is to Spencer Clark. Lost his life in a traffic accident. Spencer was good friends with the Gallagher family, team owners for Sam Mayer. Have a chance to talk about that a little bit later on. There's Jesse Love on your screen. He will start outside the front row. Jesse has a lot of experience here as we roll through some more of the Bill McAnally Racing teammates. Here you see Gio Selzy. Gio will start a little bit deeper in the field here this afternoon, and that beautiful number 16 Napa Auto Parts Toyota. So another one of the Bill McAnally cars, Lawless Allen, in the number 12, the AutoParking.com Toyota, making a full run here out west. We are in the Series West for that Bounty Rookie Challenge title, of course, in the 2020 season. Field rolling past the grandstands for the first time here today. As we roll off here for the start, there's another one, Holly Holland, also part of the Bill McAnally Racing team. There you see the yellow stripes on the back bumper of that car, signifying her run for Bounty Rookie of the Year honors here in 2020. A lot of rookie drivers here. There's Gracie Trotter in the number 99. Gracie, the highest qualifying member of that Bill McAnally team. We'll take a look at last year's Bounty Rookie Challenge winner out on the ARCA Menards Series East. He's going to start on the General Tire pole here this afternoon. Sam Mayer set the track record in qualifying. That will put him up on the General Tire pole here this evening, as we've got 150 laps to go here on the tight High Banks Bullring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The opening night of 4 consecutive nights of stock car racing here. We're going to go across the street to the mile-and-a-half Super Speedway to close things out with NASCAR Gander Trucks, NASCAR Xfinity Series, and of course the NASCAR Cup Series wrapping things up on Sunday. Field making a couple of preliminary laps to get the temperatures up. It's a little bit chilly here out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Was a little warm this afternoon. Well, I say warm, I'm from the Midwest, and anything above 32 degrees this time of year is warm, but lower 60s here this afternoon. It's going to drop down into the 40s now that we're ready to go racing. So it is a little bit chilly here tonight. So we're going to let these teams build some temperature in those General Tires and get those fluids up to temp. Coming around to, looks like we're going to get the 2 to go signal here at the stripe this time around. 4 times around, and we will go green flag racing to open up the 2020 ARCA Menards Series West season.
We just haven't seen them out here in Las Vegas on the Bullring. And this race is really a complete unknown. So we've got 150 laps coming up.
150 laps to go. It's kind of a sprint race here when you take into account the track length as we set it down to Heather for a little pre-race update.
Hey, thanks, Rick. For tonight's Bounty Rookie Spotlight, we're going to be focusing on those 5 drivers from the Bill McAnally stable. This is the first year Bill has not had a veteran driver to lead these rookies and show them the way. So they're really going to be leading on their crew chiefs and spotters to get accustomed to racing these ARCA Menards West cars. Now, when I spoke to Bill earlier, he said he's really comfortable with these drivers that he's chosen. He feels confident in their abilities, and he says he has a really good group, and he believes they have a ton of potential. But speaking of Bill, their goal this season is to get their 10th championship, and also they're going for their 100th win. So we will see if Gio Selzy, Holly Holland, Gracie Trotter, Lawless Allen, or Jesse Love can get it done tonight here at the Bullring.
Thanks a lot, Heather. Let's take a quick look at our starting lineup tonight. Sam Mayer picking up that General Tire pole in qualifying. He'll start alongside Jesse Love. There you see Joey West and Gracie Trotter back in row 2. Sunrise Ford teammates, Blaine Perkins, Trevor Huddleston back in row 3, Jack Wood, Todd Souza, Gio Selzy, and Lawless Allen rounding out the top 10. A couple of drivers to keep an eye on out back. We're going to keep our eye on Holly Holland starting 14th, and Chris Loudon back in 15th. Coming off of turn 4, green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at the Bullring. on the brakes. Sam Mayer putting that car right down on the bottom. He's going to stretch out to the lead with Jesse Love following back in a second. Love trying to deep down to the inside. Not going to make it stick. Sam Mayer will lead the field across the stripe, complete lap 1. Pick it up where he left off at New Smyrna. There you see the battle for third and fourth, as we see Joey East looking to the inside of Gracie Trotter. Trotter trying to make that outside line work as we have a battle for the lead brewing early on here. Jesse Love now working to the inside. He's going to make a pass on Sam Mayer to take the lead. Kind of unexpected. Sam Mayer was kind of expected to jump out and stretch things out here in the early going. Jesse Love not having any of that. He's going to take the lead as we come across the complete lap number 3. So Jesse Love with a lot of laps of experience here in Legends car competition. He will take over the top spot, push Sam Mayer back into that second position. They've opened up about a half a straightaway advantage over Gracie Trotter, who was taken over in third. And there you see a battle for that fourth position. Blaine Perkins to the inside of Joey East. He's going to take over that fourth spot. Push Joey East back to fifth. The other of the Sunrise 4 teammates. That is Trevor Huddleston making a move over to the 6 car this year. Trevor spending some time in the 9 car in 2019. He's going to move over to the 6 this year. And he's starting to put a little pressure on Joey East. See a little smoke out of the East car. Don't know if that's from locking up the brakes a little bit or if there might be a little overfill action on the oil tank, but a little smoke out of that number 54 automobile here in the early going. And there you see Huddleston looking to the inside just a little bit. You see more smoke out of the back of that 54 machine. In any case, that's going to allow Joey East to stretch it out a little bit. And there we saw it, folks, as he went off into turns 1 and 2 that time. It looked like that smoke coming out of the tailpipes as we move back up to the battle for the lead. Sam Mayer kind of regrouping here a little bit. Thought he might want to make a move down to the inside of Jesse Love right there, but discretion the better part of valor here in the early going for Sam Mayer as he falls back into that second spot. Very fast pace here in the early going. Jesse Love will come across to complete lap 10. Laps ticking off at a very fast pace, 15 seconds per lap here, very quick as we make our way around the 3/8 mile bull ring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. First time since 2012, the ARCA Menards Series West has taken to the bull ring here. Last couple of seasons, we've been just to the other side of the racetrack property here, running on the dirt track. Haley Deegan picking up a very popular win over on the dirt last February as we keep our eyes on that battle for the lead. That 19 car that Jesse Love leads the field with. It's the one that Haley Deegan drove to victory. There we see Gio Selzy making his way up to the field. Gio started back in the 9th position, currently working his way towards the front of the field, taking over the 5th position that time around. And there's Lawless Allen making his move to the inside of Jack Wood as well. Had a chance to talk with Lawless earlier this afternoon, and a great young man as we see a pass for the lead. There you have it. Sam Mayer moving back to the inside of Jesse Love, and he's going to take over the top spot as they work to the outside of Bridget Burgess there, the number 88. Bridget's had a pretty adventurous day. We'll talk about that here in a little bit as we take a look at that action that puts Sam Mayer back on top of the scoring pylon. You see, looking to the outside, he's going to make a crossover move off of turn 2. He's going to dive it down off into turn 3, and there you see Sam Mayer retaking that top spot as he, opens up a 5, making a 10-car length lead already just a couple of laps later. Sam Mayer driving off into the distance in that Spencer Clark Foundation Chevrolet. There's a good battle. A little bit farther back in the field, 8th and 9th. Looks like Trevor Huddleston moving to the inside of Joey East, and we saw that number 54 machine, and there you see it again, folks. A little bit of smoke out of the tailpipes of that number 54 car for Joey East, and I had a chance to meet that young man earlier this afternoon, working very closely with former West Coast stock car superstar, now team owner, David Gilliland, actually the East family purchasing a couple of cars from DGR Crosley Racing a little bit earlier in the year, and David out here giving them some advice on how to make that car get around the bull ring here a little bit quicker. Joey's putting it together currently holds on to the 9th position. There you see Gio Scelzi and Lawless Allen on the screen with him as well.
Another lap car.
A couple of Bill McAnally Racing teammates going at it right there. Gio Scelzi trying to hold off Lawless Allen. As we heard Heather's update a few moments ago, those two battling for Bounty Rookie of the Year honors here in 2020. We saw Gio Scelzi in action last weekend over at New Smyrna Speedway in the ARCA Menards Series East opener. Teammate Lawless Allen would have liked to have been there, but this deal coming together a little bit later on in the season. Just didn't have enough manpower to get that car prepped and ready, and didn't have enough folks to work on the crew. We're going to take a look at Gracie Trotter in the number 99 car as we see a little bit of contact there up as the leaders work through lap traffic. Gracie having a great day here right now as we work lap 24. Gracie started in 4th position, has worked her way up into the top 3. Gracie holding on to 3rd position right now. There you see the brakes. Very hot on that number 99 Toyota, but Gracie really having a strong run here in the early going. As we go back to the battle between her Bill McAnally Racing teammates. There you see Lawless Allen looking to the inside of Gio Scelzi. Little contact between teammates, and that's going to send Gio Scelzi spinning. And that will put us under the caution flag for the first time here this afternoon. Boy, when you've got two teammates fighting for position on the racetrack, sometimes there might be a little contact. And that is not the way that Gio Scelzi wanted the early stages of this one to work out here today, as he has come to a stop at the bottom of the racetrack in turn 4. And there you see the leaders have already worked their way by. So Gio falling a lap down here in the early going as he tries to get that car pointed in the right direction. Let's take a look at the replay here, and there you see it. Just the slightest bit of contact there on the left rear quarter panel. Sends Gio on a slow slide through turn 4. And unfortunately not able to get that car refired before he was put a lap down there by Sam Mayer. So a very tough break here in the early going. There you see Gio, the youngest ever winner in the World of Outlaws, picking up a big win on the very difficult, very treacherous half mile up at Williams Grove at the ripe old age of 16. So Gio Scelzi. You are watching ARCA Menards Series West action from the Bullring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Still working the caution flag. First time here tonight after a little contact between Lawless Allen and Gio Scelzi as they battled for position. Sam Mayer continuing to hold on to the lead in that number 21 car as we get the 1-to-go signal here at start finish. We will double them up for the restart. Did talk to a couple of drivers prior to going green here tonight, and they said, you know, this racetrack is plenty wide, but we're going to be battling for that bottom side all night long. So no surprise that Sam Mayer is going to decide to restart this race from that bottom groove. That will put Jesse Love to the outside. Gracie Trotter will restart from 3rd. We just talked about Gracie. And it looks like Blaine Perkins will restart to his outside. Field bunched up over in turns 3 and 4 as Sam Mayer will bring them off of turn 4 to complete lap 30. Green flag in the air, and on the break, we are side by side down into turns 1 and 2. Jesse Love trying to make that outside groove stick. Not going to make it happen. There you see Sam Mayer stretching out that lead, and Gracie Trotter now going to try to fill that gap. Not able to make it happen. Jesse Love slamming that door shut off into turns 3 and 4. Top 3 stringing out single file as you see that battle back in the pack. The Two Sunrise Ford teammates going at it, and there you see Lawless Allen working that outside groove. He is to the outside of Trevor Huddleston through turns 3 and 4. Let's see if Lawless Allen able to make the top side of that racetrack work here tonight. Not going to make it happen. Not going to make it happen, as it looks like Trevor Huddleston will round out that top 5. Lawless Allen falling back into that 6th position. There's you see the battle for 7th and 8th. Jack Wood in the number 78 automobile. It has been a long day for Jack Wood in the 78. We'll talk about that here in a little bit as we move back up to the front of the field. You see Sam Mayer stretching out the advantage over Jesse Love. And there you see that battle back towards the tail end of the top 10. Ooh, a little contact right there. Joey East getting a little sideways. The body check there on Jack Wood in the 78 car. Also see the 17 machine. That's Zach Telford, young man making his 3rd career ARCA Menards Series West start. Just 15 years of age. And I'll tell you what, I had a chance to talk to him down during the autograph session, and he looks like he's about 11 or 12 years old. A very young-looking 15-year-old Zach Telford out here swapping paint here in the Star Nursery 150. We see teammates now going at it. Last time we saw teammates, it didn't work out too well, but here we see the Sunrise Ford teammates. Looks like Trevor Huddleston to the inside of Blaine Perkins. Move Huddleston up into that 4th position. And now you see Lawless Allen trying to work his way down to the inside of Blaine Perkins. Allen, the 2019 Trans Am 2, the TA2 division Rookie of the Year. Also the 2018 late model champion over at Irwindale Speedway. We will follow the ARCA Menards Series West down to Irwindale towards the end of March. Look forward to my first visit to that racetrack. Lawless now trying to stalk Trevor Huddleston as they come up on Bridget Burgess, and there you see Huddleston getting stuck back behind Bridget Burgess. He's going to give up that position to Lawless Allen. Allen now on the move as he makes his way up into further up into the top 5, moving up into that 4th position. He's got about a straightaway to make up on teammate Gracie Trotter. Let's see, now that he's worked his way through traffic, let's see if he's able to track down Trotter. There you see the gap between Gracie Trotter. You saw her race to the left side of the screen there. She worked her way out of turns 2. There's that battle for position. Lawless Allen at a 3-car length advantage over Trevor Huddleston back in 5th. Lawless Allen looking to compete for the Bounty Rookie Challenge here as we see Bridget Burgess off the pace. She's had an adventurous day in that number 88 automobile. See a little smoke coming from the left front corner of that automobile. She comes to us out of Toole, Utah, but she doesn't sound like she's got a Utah accent. Actually, her family hails from Australia. Her mom's got a thick Australian accent, but Bridget doesn't quite have that same inflection as we look at that battle for 8th and 9th. There's Jack Wood in the number 78 automobile trying to hold off on that 17 machine of Zach Telford. Jack has had an adventurous day. We were talking about this a few moments ago. I was patrolling the pit area. I'm just trying to get to know some of these guys as we were having a little downtime in the action here today. And I went to look for Jack over at his trailer, and I couldn't find him anywhere. And I looked all over the place. He was underneath the race car swapping out engines. The head gasket went out on the primary engine, and he crawled under the car with the crew and helped swap the engine out. And they barely made it in time for General Tire Pole qualifying earlier this evening. And I actually had a really good lap, qualified in that 7th position, and he's having a pretty good day here as he's still fighting up in that top 10. Doing a great job holding off Zach Telford. There you see Zach lighting up the brakes on that number 17 machine as he tries to battle for that position, trying to take over that 7th and 8th position, that battle for 7th and 8th. Here as we continue to tick off the laps, almost 1/3 of the way through the the Star Nursery 150. I was looking at those Sunrise Ford teammates, getting myself a little sideways here. A little bit different format for this race. A lot of times, if you have followed previous seasons here, as we go back to the NASCAR K&N Pro Series era, when we approach the halfway point, we would have a 5-minute break to allow the teams to change tires or make an adjustment, maybe add a little bit of fuel. We're not going to do that here tonight. This race, one segment, there will be no break, no pit stops in this race either. We're going to go 150 laps straight through as we take a look at that battle for position underneath Jack Wood. Zach Telford diving down to the inside. Telford with the preferred line down into turns 3 and 4. Wow, look at Jack Wood fighting tough back on that outside groove, trying to keep that position as they come across some lap traffic. There you see the 11 car. Chris Loudon, he's going to get in the mix there as that's going to allow Zach Telford to take over that position. More battles back in the pack. Gio Scelzi trying to work his way back to the field. Action all over the racetrack here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Look at those brakes glowing bright orange on these. Even down the straightaway, you don't have enough time off the brakes to get those cars, to get the air onto the brakes to cool those brake rotors off. So brakes glowing incredibly bright as we see. That is the 7 car. Austin Reed swapping some paint with Gio Scelzi. Let's take a look back at the front of the field as we check in on our leader, Sam Mayer. Mayer stretching out that advantage over Jesse Love back in second. A full straightaway advantage for Sam Mayer as he continues to stretch it out here as we now have 57 laps in the books. And there you see he's closing in on that battle for position we were just looking at. There's Todd Souza in the number 13 car. Todd's going to follow a lap down here as Sam Mayer setting an incredibly torrid pace here as we start to reach the mid stages of the Star Nursery 150. Gio Scelzi, the next victim ahead of Sam Mayer. And, you know, Sam, the defending ARCA Menards Series East champion, defending Rookie of the Year in the East Series as well, plans on chasing the East Series title again. And we saw him kick his title defense off in style down at New Smyrna last Monday night, picking up his 5th career series victory. As we see slower traffic ahead, there's Bobby Hillis in the number 0 car. And if you look at that machine, it's got a little less than symbol right before the 0 on the side of that car. Bobby told me that represents the budget, the total budget of that automobile. And hopefully we'll have a chance to talk a little bit more about Bobby Hillis and that 0 machine a little bit later on in the show. There you see, there is the lead. The 21 car of Sam Mayer has over the 19. Jesse Love working to the inside of Todd Souza there in the number 13 automobile. Souza giving up that preferred groove for Jesse Love as Love trying everything he can to keep Sam Mayer in his sights. Not working right now as Sam Mayer driving off into the distance here at the Bullring. Still right on that back bumper of Gio Scelzi. We continue to work our way back to the field. There's Gracie Trotter back in that 3rd position, looking to the inside of her teammate Holly Holland. Trotter had a very long line down in our on-track autograph session a little bit earlier on this afternoon. Very popular with the West Coast fans out here. Gracie coming to us out of North Carolina as we're going to get another caution flag. Second time this afternoon, Austin Reed getting turned sideways there in turn 2. And that will put us under the caution flag, and that is exactly what Jesse Love was looking for as Sam Mayer had absolutely driven off into the distance. Let's take a look at a replay of what put us under the caution flag for the second time here tonight with 65 laps in the books. There you see Austin Reed. Looks like he got a little help there down into turns 1 and 2. Gio Scelzi feeling the pressure off that back bumper, not wanting to go another lap down, get a little impatient maybe right there. But in any case, Austin Reed getting turned sideways, and that puts us under the caution flag for the second time here in the Star Nursery 150. We'll be right back with more ARCA Menards Series West racing right here on NBCSN. Welcome back to ARCA Menards Series West racing on NBCSN. Which one do you want me to read? They are. Having some fun here in the booth here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. My name is Charlie Krall. Thanks so much for joining us here on Track Pass on on NBC Sports Gold. We certainly appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching us on the East Coast, I know it's a late night out there. If my children are watching, you guys are all in trouble. Got the one to go signal that time around. You know, Gracie Trotter's been having a great night. Heather, what you got on her?
All right, here we go. We're going to get ready for the restart. We're going to see.
George, I just got my breath.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the lead has not changed. We'll see what Love could do this time. The Trotter right behind her.
She told me when she was 8 years old, she was begging her dad, please, Dad, let me race. And finally, he let her get into one of those go-karts. But she's running really well right now in the third position. And she says she's just looking forward to the opportunity with Bill McAnally Racing this year.
Thanks so much, Heather. And I'll tell you what, we couldn't have picked a better time to update that Gracie Trotter situation. She is on the charge, making the move up into that second position, taking that spot away from Jessie Love. Gracie Trotter taking over that second spot. Let's see if she is able to give Sam Mayer anything, but I'll tell you what, she's got her hands full. Jessie Love, he's going to dive back down to the inside, move Jessie Love back into second. Gracie Trotter falling back to third, and there you see Lawless Allen in the number 12 car. He's in the fourth position. Bill McAnally Racing Cars running second, third, and fourth right now. As there you see Sam Mayer racing his way off of that fourth turn. He's got about a 5-car length lead in hand over Jessie Love. There you see that battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth. Lawless Allen sitting in that fourth spot. The two Sunrise Ford cars. There you see the number 6. A little sideways there, Trevor Huddleston with a handful of steering wheel. Big handful of steering wheel right there. Last time off of turn 4 for Trevor Huddleston as he tries to keep Blaine Perkins in check back there at the back half of the top 5. You see that battle up at the front of the field. Sam Mayer, no surprise. He set a track record in General Tire Pole qualifying earlier this afternoon, continuing to stretch out that advantage over Jessie Love in that second position. Gracie Trotter doing a great job as we come this time around. We will see the cross flags halfway home here in the Star Nursery 150. Very quick pace around the tight bull ring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Battle between teammates. Trevor Huddleston in the 6, Blaine Perkins in the 9. Both of those drivers signed and sealed and will make a championship run here in the ARCA Menards Series West in 2020. Blaine Perkins, been a couple of years since we've seen him here full-time in the ARCA Menards Series West Series. Also made a couple of starts for 2014 ARCA Menards Series National Champion Mason Mitchell back in 2018. And of course, Trevor Huddleston has been synonymous with stock car racing here on the West Coast. Had a chance to talk to him a little bit earlier this afternoon as well. He's obviously looking forward to making his way down to the home track, Irwindale Speedway, his family promoting events down at the Irwindale Events Center. He's looking forward to getting down there at the end of March, see if he can score a victory down there. But right now, he's trying to track down Lawless Allen as they continue to battle for that fourth position. Lawless Allen, this deal coming together very quickly as we've got a car off the pace here on the front straightaway. We're going to see that car right there at the bottom of the racetrack at start-finish. Zach Telford coming to a stop here just past the start-finish line. Looks like he may have an issue on the right front tire of that automobile. And, without scheduled pit stops, and as you see, folks, there's no pit road down to the infield of the racetrack. He's going to have to take that car to the outside of the racetrack in turn 1. And Heather can add. Heather, what you got?
Well, I just noticed that Zach Telford said over the radio that they're losing the brakes on his number 17 machine, so that's the problem with him. Another driver just mentioned that they're smelling gear oil. We just saw the 54 of Joey East pull off, and I believe he might have a gear issue. I will go check on that for you, Charlie.
Thank you so much, Heather. It's not going to be very busy down there tonight, but right now Zach Telford and his crew have a lot of work to do as we are just past halfway. And we are going to take a look at the Richmond Water Heaters halfway recap here for the Star Nursery 150. Well, he hasn't led all of the way. Sam Mayer has been the dominant force, but right here, Jesse Love showing, hey, you're going to have to deal with me here today. Jesse Love sneaking to the inside and taking the look. There we see Gio Selzy. He was on the charge early in the going, but there you see his teammate Lawless Allen right behind him. As we see Sam Mayer retaking the top spot from Jesse Love early in the going. Remember, we showed Gio Selzy in that number 12 car. Well, there they are coming together over in turns 3 and 4. Those two teammates having a meeting of the minds. Unfortunately, Gio Selzy coming up at the short end of the stick. As Sam Mayer continuing to dominate the first half of this one here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Looking at the Spencer Clark Foundation Chevrolet for GMS Racing as we have 83 laps now in the books. That is your Richmond Water Heaters mid-race recap. As we kick off the 2020 ARCA Menards Series West season. And we've talked about it a couple of times. Sam Mayer started the season in style. Last Monday night out at New Smyrna Speedway, kind of taking advantage of some misfortune by a couple of other drivers in right place at the right time. Doesn't matter how many laps you lead. All that matters is if you're leading at the completion of the last lap, and that's right where Sam Mayer was, and he carried that momentum on to us here today. Yellow flag still waving here at the flag stands. We've got a couple of laps before we get back to green flag racing. One to go signal here at start finish. Next time by, we will get the green flag, and Sam Mayer will go back to trying to keep Jesse Love at bay in that battle for the lead. We saw early on Jesse Love had something for Sam Mayer. It could be that he's just kind of been cooling his jets, keeping those General tires cool. As you know, without having a pit road here that we're not able to come down and change tires, tire conservation could come into play here. We'll see if Jesse Love has been playing the tire game just right here tonight. All right, green flag at the flag stand this time by. It is in the air on the hammer out of turn 4. Sam Mayer takes off, and he's going to jump back out to the lead. Let's see if Jesse Love can slam the door on Gracie Trotter. That's exactly what he does. Gracie Trotter now having her hands full, side by side with Lawless Allen in a battle for that third position. Gracie Trotter going to take over that third spot as now Lawless Allen has his hands full with the Sunrise Ford teammates, the Bob Conti team, as they battle side by side for position. There you see Trevor Huddleston to the inside, Blaine Perkins to the outside. Perkins looks like he's going to make that top side work. Maybe the first time we've seen that top groove work tonight. Jack Wood going to try to make the top side of the racetrack work as well. Not able to make that groove stick. He's going to fall in behind Trevor Huddleston back into that 6th position. Here you see Sam Mayer, and right there, Jesse Love right on the back bumper. As you see them work off of turn 2, there's Gio Selzy swapping paint with Todd Souza off of turn 2. Todd, the grizzled veteran of the ARCA Menards Series West, 55 years old. His crew chief, Michael Munoz, says got a car that they think can win some races a little bit later on in the season, but here and Irwindale could be the Achilles heel for that team, so we'll keep an eye on Todd Souza a little bit later on once we get to the heat of the summer stretch. There you see, we're going to send it back down to Heather. Heather, I understand you got something on the Sunrise Ford teammates.
That's right. Well, Blaine Perkins, this isn't the first time we've seen him race here in the ARCA Menards West Series. The last time we saw him was in 2017 with Steve Portier Racing. But I talked to him about how this deal came together with Bob Rincon. He said he was actually at the banquet in Charlotte earlier this year, and they were talking to teams trying to work out a deal, and Bob Rincon seemed to be the right fit. And once that seat opened up, that's how he was able to get himself the 9 car. But he told me it's been a while since he's been in these cars, but it's just like riding a bike. He feels like he'll be pretty comfortable because he has raced here at the Bullring before in late models, and he said he's just really looking forward to be back into this series.
All right, Heather, thanks a lot. As Blaine Perkins told me, he's really looking forward to getting out here. It's been a while since he's been able to run for a championship anywhere, and he is just chomping at the bit to get after it here in the ARCA Menards Series West in 2020. And those teammates still going at it, hammer and tong. There you see Blaine Perkins with the advantage over teammate Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston's still having his hands full with Jack Wood back there in the 78 as we got a really tight battle right there just outside of the top 5. Jack Wood, again, long day for those guys. He was under that car swapping engines, swapping transmissions. Head gasket went out in the final moments of practice earlier this afternoon. And just like any racer, you don't want to have to spend all that time making a change, but always good to have that happen on the last lap of practice rather than the first lap of the race. And Jack Wood doing a great job capitalizing on that good fortune, if you want to look at it that way, and a good solid top 5, possibly top 5 run here tonight, just outside the top 5 and 6th. Here you see Lawless Allen sitting in that 4th position. There you see Blaine Perkins trying to work his way to the inside of Lawless Allen as they move again to the inside of Bobby Hillis in that number 0. They less than 0. So see the body on that automobile, one of the last of the steel body cars here on the West Coast, the Toyota Camry. Why don't we go back up to the front of the field and take a look at our leader, Sam Mayer, as he works his way down the backstretch. You know, race fans, if you look at that paint scheme, and of course you see the sponsorship on that automobile, the Spencer Clark Foundation, that is the paint scheme that a young man named Spencer Clark used as he was beginning his racing career several years ago. His father, TJ Clark, a long-time West Coast racer here, not only in the ARCA Menards Series West, but also was a part of the what is now the NASCAR Gander Truck Series back in its early seasons, driving a number 23 truck. And that's what you see, the number 23 on the hood of that machine. And unfortunately, several years ago, Spencer Clark was making his way home from a race and was fatally injured in a traffic accident. He was very close friends with Spencer Gallagher, the son of GMS Racing team owner Maury Gallagher. So that is why, not only why that team is carrying that paint scheme, but quite frankly, that's why they're even out here at this race. You know, the GMS team concentrating on the East Coast races, but they did want to come out here and pay tribute to their buddy Spencer Clark at his home race. There's another that battle between these Sunrise 4 teammates has just continued on lap after lap. Blaine Perkins continuing to hold on to that position over Trevor Huddleston. They're just outside. Blaine Perkins holding on to that 5th position. Trevor Huddleston back in 6th. Huddleston trying to make that bottom groove work, but that car not quite handling enough to make that move to the bottom side of the racetrack off of the corners, and Blaine Perkins still able to hold on to that advantage as we come to complete lap 109, 41 laps to go. Laps remaining here in the Star Nursery 150, the season opening race for the ARCA Menards Series West here in 2020. There's the battle between teammates just outside of the top 5. Sam Mayer continuing to just drive off into the distance. He has opened up another half straightaway advantage as we continue to watch this battle just outside, just at the back of the top 5. Blaine Perkins sitting back in the 5th position. Trevor Huddleston back in 6th as they try to work their way to the inside of Chris Loudon. Loudon, one of the Las Vegas natives here. His family owning several casinos here in Las Vegas over the years, and Loudon making his first appearance to the ARCA Menards Series West, going another lap down as the Ducati Racing teammates dip into the inside there down the backstretch. They're starting to lose a little contact there. Lawless Allen in the 4th position. Looks like Allen's starting to close in a little bit on Gracie Trotter just in front of this battle. We talked a little bit about the season opener in 2019 that happened on the other side of the property here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on the dirt track. That number 9 car that we were keeping an eye on there almost stole the victory here. Got moved out of the way on the last lap as we work our way back to the field. There you see Sam Mayer just continuing to decimate the field. He moves past Bobby Hillis Jr. and one more time. There you see Jesse Love. We're going to focus in on Sam Mayer right there, and then we're going to find there's Jesse Love right there as he rides around back in that 2nd position. Jesse's got a pretty healthy advantage over Gracie Trotter back in the 3rd position. Good night here for Jesse Love, a young driver that got his start here out at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Legends Car Division back several years ago. Becoming a part of the TRD Driver Development Program. Another driver that's part of the TRD Driver Development Program. There you see her right there entering your screen in the number 99, Gracie Trotter. Sitting back in that 3rd position. Gracie's sitting back in 3rd, having a very solid night here tonight. Every one of these Bounty Rookie Challenge contenders just wanting to get out of here with all 4 fenders on their car. And right now, Gracie doing a great job sitting in that 3rd position. So she's in position to come home with a very solid finish. There you see another one of those rookie contenders, Lawless Allen, back in the number 12. Lawless doing a great job working his way up through the field. Started 10th, quickly worked his way up into the top 5, sits back in the 4th spot. There you see Blaine Perkins sitting in the 5th. And his teammate right there in the number 6 car, Trevor Huddleston, rounding out the top 6. Every one of those drivers having a very solid night here tonight. Also saw Jack Wood back there. Jack sitting in the 7th position. We talked about the adventures of that team a little bit earlier this afternoon. There you see Sam Mayer knocking on the back door of Todd Souza as they work their way down the back stretch. Talking to Sam just before he climbed in the race car, I said, Sam, you ever raced here before? He said, yeah, man, I've run lots of Legends car stuff. I love this racetrack. I am so glad we added this race to our schedule. We're just going to kill him tonight. And he absolutely is a man of his word, driving off into the distance, just absolutely dominating the field here at the Bullring, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. There you see Holly Holland in the number 50. Not been the night that Holly Holland was looking for as she faces some pressure there from her teammate Gracie Trotter. Holly a couple of laps off the pace in that number 50 car. As Gracie Trotter working to the inside and bringing Lawless Allen along with. Gracie doing a great job. We talked a little bit about her coming all the way from Concord, North Carolina, each and every weekend to compete here in the ARCA Menards Series West for Bill McAnally Racing. Lawless Allen, the TA2 Rookie of the Year last year, looking to make another run at a Rookie of the Year title here in 2020. It's going to be a Bounty Rookie Challenge contender here each and every week in the ARCA Menards Series West. One of the more unique racing names that we've seen here in a while. Lawless Allen back in the number 12, trying to take over that 3rd position, and it looks like the brakes on the 99 automobile are glowing bright red every time we dive off into the corners. But look at that, folks. The 12 car doesn't have any brake rotors glowing on that car. So it could be Lawless doing a very nice job keeping those brakes cool. There we see Takuma Koga in the number 77 car. And you know, if we gave an award for the driver who came the farthest distance, Takuma undoubtedly would win that award each and every week. Coming to us from Nagoya, Japan. He He's been a part of the ARCA Menards Series West for several seasons, keeping that car clean here tonight. Takuma having a very solid run. First time we've had a chance to see that automobile here in action as we tick off the laps. Just 19 laps to go here at the Bullring. A very fast-paced night of action. There's Takuma. Nice look at that beautiful number 77 car. Take it back up front and see what Sam Mayer is doing up at the front of this one. There you see, no pressure out back, no pressure out front. He's closing in on Gio Selzy at that number 16, but Sam Mayer having it his way here at the Bullring tonight. We will make it 16 laps to go this time by as Sam Mayer thoroughly dominating the field here in the ARCA Menards Series West season opener. Star Nursery 150 here at the Bullring. There you see that battle for third position continuing to wage on down the backstretch. Gracie Trotter holding on to that third spot. There you see those brakes glowing bright orange every time she dives off into the corners, and even on the straightaway, those brakes keeping temperature. Lawless Allen trying to keep contact. Gracie actually stretching out the advantage right there. So a very solid night for Gracie Trotter in the number 99 automobile. And there you see Lawless Allen. Looks like he might have his hands full with Blaine Perkins before we get this one over with. Blaine's starting to reel those drivers in and making it a three-way battle for that third position. Blaine just 2 car lengths off the back bumper of Lawless Allen as we close in on the 10-lap to go mark here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The battle at the Bullring coming to a close as we've got the caution flag out. Caution flag out here at start finish. And that will reset the field here with just about 10 laps remaining. And we will see one more restart. Let's see if Sam Mayer will have anything to hold Jesse Love off here with under 10 laps to go. And there you see Bobby Hillis Jr. slowing, and he may come to a stop here at start finish. Understand that we have some debris here on the front straightaway, so that will put us under the caution flag for the 4th time here tonight. There you see Joey East in the number 54 car rolling past the start-finish line. Not been the night that Joey was looking for here tonight. Started in the 3rd position. He's had some problems and has fallen well outside the top 10 here tonight. So not the night that Joey East was looking for, but, you know, talking about a good night, there's a young man that's had a very good night. 16-year-old Sam Mayer started from the General Tire pole. Hasn't led every lap here tonight, but he's led most of them, overwhelmingly led most of them, as we have now 10 laps remaining this time past the start-finish line. So we will close in on the finish of this one as the Bullring safety crew out there making one final sweep of the racetrack before we go back green flag racing. Looks like there may be some debris over at the bottom of turn 2 there. As the safety crew making their way around the racetrack, making sure that there's nothing out there that's going to impede the battle for the win here tonight. Sam Mayer got it done at New Smyrna Speedway last Monday, and it looks like he's about to put the period on this one here tonight. Jesse Love will have one more shot at it. Sam will have lane choice on this restart, and if he holds to form, he's going to select that preferred bottom groove. We haven't seen it happen too much tonight, folks, but we have seen the outside lane work a couple of times, so it's not like it's a foregone conclusion that Sam Mayer is going to take the lead off the bottom groove and just drive off to victory here unchallenged, but Jesse Love certainly will have his work cut out for him. And if you remember back on that last restart,
Yes, absolutely.
Gracie Trotter was able to sneak by and take over that 2nd spot for a couple of laps before Jesse was able to take it back over. Just a couple of laps remaining. Heather, what you got going on down there before we go back green?
Well, you're doing a great job up in the booth there, Charlie, but I just wanted to update you on the 9. He just came over the radio to his team, and he told him, I really need to be on the apron in turns 3 and 4. He actually showed him right here on this rumble strip, and they said, well, you're doing great. As you mentioned, Charlie, he is catching that 12 car, so what he's doing right now is he told him just to keep driving the same way that he was. But a funny story there with Blaine Perkins. We've seen him in this series before. The last time he raced with us was in 2017 with Steve Portengay Racing, but he's back, and he said it's like riding a bike. But how that deal came together is he was at the banquet in Charlotte after he won the 2019 championship in California in the late models, and he said he was talking to a lot of teams trying to work out a deal to get a ride this year. He talked to Bob and Crotty, and when that seat opened up, it just happened to be the right fit. So he's happy to be with them. He also was teammates with Trevor in the past, so we'll see how he does here at the end of this race.
Thanks a lot, Heather. Back to Green Flag Racing. There you see Jesse Love trying to keep that outside groove, trying to keep that position. Sam Mayer not going to let him have it. Sam Mayer takes the lead, and there you see the battle for third. Gracie Trotter getting pushed up the racetrack by Blaine Perkins in the number 9. Side-by-side battle for third. Gracie Trotter not wanting to give it up, swapping some paint down the backstretch. Trotter driving it in deep into turns 3 and 4, but she's going to push up the racetrack. That's going to allow Blaine Perkins to take over that third position. Trevor Huddleston now working to the inside of Lawless Allen in a battle for 5th. Allen not wanting to give it up either. He's going to try to make that outside group work, but he's got some pressure from Jack Wood. They come together. Wood off the gas. He's going to give up a spot to Gio Selzy. Wow, chaos here on this restart as we come to 3 laps to go. This time by, there you see the field now starting to string out single file. Sam Mayer working his way off at turn 4. He will get the 3 to go signal this time around. Jesse Love sitting back in that second position. He's 10 car lengths off the back bumper of Sam Mayer. No pressure at the front of the field. 2 laps to go this time around. Sam Mayer needs to make 2 more laps. Mistake-free, problem-free as we circulate down the backstretch here at the Bullring. Sam Mayer will be looking at the white flag. 3/8 of a mile to go for the defending ARCA Menards Series East champion, Sam Mayer. Working his way cleanly through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Sam Mayer will go to victory lane here in the ARCA Menards Series West season opener. Some good racing behind. We're going to have to wait for scoring to cycle through on that one, but a great run tonight for Jesse Love. Great run for Gracie Trotter, but that is the man that will celebrate down in victory lane. Sam Mayer dominating the action here at the Bullring tonight. And it will be a very meaningful victory lane, as we just talked about the Spencer Clark Foundation on the side of that car, the number 23, Spencer's number on the hood of that automobile. A very happy Sam Mayer ready to pull down into victory lane, picking up the win here in the Star Nursery 150. There you see Bobby Hillis crashing the party down there in victory lane. He got sideways off of turn 4, coming to the checkered flag, but no harm, no foul. Sam Mayer got it done on the East Coast last Monday night. He's going to get it done on the West Coast. Let's take a look at this replay. We'll get a very quick look at what happened to Bobby Hillis as they came off of turn 4 to the checkered flag. You can see the top of the race, the top of the screen there. Now let's take a look at the burnout here real quick. Sam Mayer going to celebrate with that checkered flag. Big win for that young man. Very meaningful win for the GMS racing team here in the hometown of the Gallagher family. Let's take a look at what happened to Bobby Hillis on this replay one more time. You see there at the right side of your screen, just getting a little sideways as he comes off of turn 4 to take that checkered flag. You know, the bummer of it is he didn't make it across the start-finish line. Bobby, kick it into reverse next time, man. You'll get credit for an extra lap. Sam Mayer victorious here tonight at the Bullring. We're going to join him down in victory lane after this quick break. You're watching ARCA Menards Series West here on NBCSN. you see Jesse Love climbing out of the number 19 car. Great night for that young man. No, he's a little disappointed coming across the stripe in second, as Sam Mayer will be celebrating down in Victory Lane. But a great night for Jesse Love, kicking off his 2020 season in style. There you see a smile for that young man. Good to see some happy faces down there rather than some disappointment. But didn't quite have enough to give it to Sam Mayer there at the finish, and we're waiting for Sam to climb out of that automobile down in Victory Lane.
Fans, we hope you join us back out here on March 7th for a full night of racing.
Yeah, that's right, George. We're going to be back here in March to do some racing, and all summer long. So come back down here to the Bullring and join us. We're going to have a great time. We've got Darian on the way down there to
We talked about it a little bit. Sam Mayer picking up the win at New Smyrna Speedway last Monday night, opening the ARCA Menards Series East season. He's going to match that feat here tonight, picking up the season opener for the ARCA Menards Series West. We're going to see him a lot in the Sioux Chief Showdown races as he chases that championship as well. Could be a very big season for this young man. Also going to run a handful of NASCAR Gander Truck Series races for GMS Racing throughout 2020. We continue to wait for Sam to climb out of that automobile as a very happy crew surrounds him down in Victory Lane. You know, they've got those water bottles at the ready. I have a feeling Sam Mayer is about to take a bath down there in Victory Lane. We'll see exactly how drenched he gets. And you know, when you mix water and confetti, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not down in Victory Lane. We'll see how Heather makes it happen. We're going to send it down to Heather with a very happy Sam Mayer. Heather, take it away.
Sam Mayer, your winner here at the Las Vegas Bullring, champion in the East Series last year, picking up right where he left off with yet another win. He won at New Smyrna in the East. Here he is winning in the ARCA Menards West. Sam, I know tonight was a special win for you. Talk about how much it means to bring home this win, not only for your team, but for the Gallaghers as well.
Yeah, it's so special, and I never had a connection to Spencer, but being with the team, I actually feel that connection. So it's really special to have him on the car, and it's really emotional. It's just, even before the race, we were feeling the emotions of it, and now we're going to definitely feel it after a victory like that. We definitely did what Spencer would have done, go out and wax the field like so. That it was really good. I can't thank GMS enough for bringing out the best car out here today, and man, I'm going to enjoy this one for sure.
You mentioned waxing the field. Did you struggle with anything during that race? I know we saw a few other drivers dealing with red rotors and brake issues.
Yeah, about halfway through the race, my brakes pretty much went away, and thank God that caution came out because I was able to cool them down a little bit again. So it was a tough race, and this place is a lot harder on brakes than I thought it was going to be. But that's what makes a race team and a race car driver is persevering through adversity.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you think you can win every race in not only the East but the West as well? I mean,
after New Smyrna, that was a goal. And it was a long shot, and now we're just saying that it's actually possible. So it's still a long shot, but I have a lot more confidence now in that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'll tell you what, Heather, you can't win the rest unless you win the next, and Sam Mayer definitely has a shot of running the table. He opened up the season with a win at New Smyrna. He's going to back it up with another win here tonight at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And right now, that GMS racing team absolutely clicking. And Sam Mayer, the dominant force on both sides of the country here in the ARCA Menards Series. Going to be a very busy weekend of racing. We're going to move across the street to the 1.5 mile super speedway, the NASCAR Gander trucks in action. You can see them on FS1 tomorrow night. As you see some of the crowd making their way over there, you see the 1.5 mile here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Reconfigured back, I believe, in 2006. Been one of the more exciting stops on not only the Truck Series schedule, but the NASCAR Xfinity and the NASCAR Cup Series schedule as well. Looking forward to getting back across the country tomorrow night so I can settle in front of the television and watch a full weekend of NASCAR action. Heather has caught up with a very happy young man, Jesse Love, our second place finisher. Heather?
That's right, an impressive run here for Jesse Love, second place. You led a little bit there. It's your first race here in the ARCA Menards West. How would you evaluate your run tonight if you could give yourself a grade?
Yeah, I mean, probably about an A, but without the plus on the end. We were pretty good, but, you know, Kyle Leslick and the whole Napa team had this number 19 Napa Power Premium Plus Toyota Camry on a rail the whole time. So, you know, we started off maybe a little bit too snug, but, you know, we're going to come back swinging the next time. You know, we were, you know, way better than the rest of the guys that are going to run for the West Championship. So we're going to come back and hopefully win Irwindale. You know, Sam, you did a hell of a job the whole time, and I thought we got him. I thought we got him one time, but he had a really good long run car, and, you know, he's been doing it a long time. So we're going to come back to Irwindale, I think it is, swinging, and hopefully win that race. So I'm looking forward to it.
You mentioned Irwindale. What takeaways have you learned tonight that you think you can apply there?
Yeah, I know lap cars are going to play a factor no matter what. So, you know, that was definitely a really hard part, was playing the lap car game and making sure you were ready for them, and you weren't sure where they're going to go. So, yeah, we'll be ready for them. But other than that, you know, I know I got a really great team behind me and a really great car, and hopefully going into Irwindale will be, you know, even better, and hopefully that's going to be the plan, and hopefully we'll win that thing and come out of there with a points lead.
That's Jesse Love with a nice top 5 here in his first start with Bill McAnally Racing on the ARCA Menards West Series.
And Jesse Love, a young man that a lot of people are going to keep a very close eye on here the next year or so. The TRD folks very high on Jesse Love, and he did a great job here tonight. There we see Heather. Good to have you here with us tonight. Heather DeBow working pit road. Here you see the driver that finished third here tonight. You kind of stole one from Gracie Trotter. It looked like Gracie was going to have a good solid top 3 finish here tonight, and Blaine Perkins kind of shoved her out of the way with a couple of laps to go and took that third position. We heard Heather give us an update on how quickly this ride came together. Blaine Perkins closing out the night here with a great third place finish for Bob Brucati, a longtime team owner here on the West Coast. And there you see, you know, you want to see just how tight the racing is here on the final laps at the Bullring. You see that General tire on the right rear quarter of that race car. Still has the tires on it. Heather, I want to know what happened to the tire on the right front. Heather, take it away.
Riding a bike, being back in this series, and here you are in the top 3. You said you wanted to get podiums to go for this championship for Bob Brucati. Tell us a little bit about your run tonight. I know you were catching these guys.
Yeah, no, we had a really good number 9 Sunrise Ford 4-star fruit Ford. I just can't thank everybody back at the shop getting these cars ready. Bob Brucati for giving me this amazing opportunity. Jeff Schrader gave me a great car tonight. So just really looking forward to the rest of the year. Like I said, this is my first podium in K&N or ARCA now. So I'm just really looking forward to this year, getting to Irwindale. It's really cool to have Ford Performance with us this year, partnering with Sunrise Ford Racing and as well Haas Racing Development. So we're going to have a fun weekend here in Las Vegas, hang out at the Cup track, and just looking forward to Irwindale.
Now, speaking of Irwindale, that's your teammate's home track. He won there last year. You guys have been teammates before in late models. How much has that helped you so far just in this first race?
Yeah, it's been great. Me and Trevor, we work together really well. Just looking forward to kind of getting back to briefing with him. I know he had a couple things up with his car. It looked like he was a little free. My car felt like it came to me as the race went on, so we worked really well together this weekend. And like I said, it's just a really good friendship. We've known each other for about 10 years now, so I'm getting back with this team and with him. Communication's been great, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of the year.
Well, there you have it, guys. Best finish in the ARCA Menards West Series for Blaine Perkins here.
Thanks so much, Heather. Appreciate your hard work down on pit lane and in victory lane here tonight. Congratulations going out to Sam Mayer, picking up the opening win here in the ARCA Menards Series West in 2020.